So if you know me on this channel, you know that I made quite a few videos in the past talking about how I may have some depressive episodes, stuff with like bipolar disorder and mental health stuff. I wanted to make an essay slash farewell video to FIFA 22, but not base the video on the game. I'm gonna it's kind of a hybrid. So the title of the video will be something along the lines of video games and how they're saving my life at the minute, and I'm just gonna go on a ramble about that for a few minutes. Assuming that that's alright with everyone watching, because I've kind of hit a bit of a writer's block stage with this channel, and I I've been going through kind of a deep phase the past week. Not deep as in like I'm like thinking of ending things or anything like that. Like it's nothing that serious. It's just a case of like burnout in a way. So ever since I can remember in my whole life, I've been playing games like FIFA, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Call of Duty, and recently stuff like Crash Bandicoot, Rayman, Genshin Impact being a big one. Um, and there's a whole essay debate like worldwide about whether video games are good or not to de-stress and all that stuff. Um, I would argue that it is, 100%. And from my own experience, I suffer socially with the idea of certain situations and emotions don't trigger in my brain. So panic, stress, whatever, don't affect me until like a while after. So for example, with work, let's say, because I work on the weekends mostly. If I'm working a shift on a Saturday or something and it's like really busy, I don't stress until afterwards where my emotion will come out. So I'll just work as normal. Obviously, I'll put my shift in, whatever. But the breakdown after is probably the scariest part of any situation. It can happen in any scenario. So if I'm just randomly playing games and then I just burst out crying, it's just I don't know how to control it. It's something that I've been living with since I was born. Um, the proper term for it is GDD, or Global Development Delay. If you want to research that, you can. I'm still looking into it myself, but I have medical reports and stuff that say that I do have this. Same with things like bipolar disorder and depression, etc. But yeah, so I suffer with the idea of being social. So I'm pretty much an introverted character, and with that, I sit here and literally do the things that I do now. So I'll be on FIFA. This FIFA, especially at the start of it, when I was still in a relationship with my ex-girlfriend, I would not get off this game. I'll be doing all the SBCs, doing all the objectives in a day. So, for example, on the market right now, actually, well, on the market, on the objectives list, I'm gonna show you right now. This is also my PC account, by the way. It's not my Xbox account because, yeah. Anyway, so go on here. There's a End on Belly out at the minute. So I've I've done these two first. Oh god, my software does not like that. Okay, well, anyway, so yeah, the End on Belly's there. I would get it done in a day. All four of them objectives. I get it done in one day, sitting against the AI, which is probably the most depressing part of the whole thing. Playing against the AI because I just don't want to play online. But yeah, so I usually do that all in a day. I want to get off this game because video games for me are like really therapeutic. Like I don't know how to explain it, but when you sit there and play a game, like say you just bought a new game and you really want to play it, you just sit there for hours, deep in it all in, and for me it's just a way of like relaxing, and more importantly getting some sort of dopamine, some sort of happiness, because most things in life don't really make me happy. I don't know why. Like in my mind, I'm content. Like I like the life I have. Some of the people in my life I wish I would remove, but that's just me being too kind. But overall, the idea of me living the life the way that I do is just I don't know how to explain it. Really, it's a nice feeling to just be content. But I think there's something more to it that I think video games provide. So in the sense of like you sit here, play a game, and thoroughly enjoy it, and then you don't want to stop playing it because once you stop playing it, that feeling of that little dopamine that you get just vanishes because you're too distracted on other things. Like say for example, if I go to work like in the evening, in the morning I'll play games non-stop, and then once I get off it, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I have to go and live my life normally and do this and that. But I like being happy with what I do on this channel. I like being happy with what I do on games. I play a lot of games. I've done a lot of stuff on games. I completed a lot of challenges, a lot of achievements. I'm doing 2 Let's Plays at once on this channel, which I still have to do. Um, but I think after my dad passed away when I was 10 years old, very tragic loss as well. I feel like I inherited his spirit in a way. So he was an avid gamer as well. He was the main reason I got into stuff like Crash Bandicoot, Serious Sam, Tony Hawk, GTA as well. GTA 4, no, GTA 3, sorry, was a big one that me and him used to play. That was an incredible game. Please play it if you have. If you haven't, like just games like that, all thanks to him, because he was like me in the sense of he wouldn't really talk. He'd just sit there and play games non-stop. He introduced me to so many emotions and feelings that I never thought I'd have. Because I feel like before I got diagnosed with the stuff that I do have, like not the GDD that's been there since birth, that's something you can't control, but stuff like the bipolar and that, I never really knew if I was happy or not. I used to get angry quite a lot as a kid. Like my anger issues were teething. I used to punch people. Like if you see me in real life, you wouldn't believe it, but I used to punch people, start fights for no reason, uh, breaking like shit like radiators and stuff. I was part of a youth club in Blackpool that just did not care, had no remorse. I just fucking walked in there and ruined their lives effectively. No, it wasn't that bad, but I was a bit of a problem back then. But um, yeah, so before I got diagnosed with all, I never thought I was okay. I thought, oh, I'm just the way I am. I have to live with it. And now that I'm older, I'm approaching 20 this year, so I've grown up quite a bit. I realise that it's okay to not be okay, but I have to thank video games and FIFA for helping me just get my mind off things in a way that I never thought I'd see. Like FIFA is just, I hear the argument that FIFA every year is just copy and pasted. I'll argue that it is, because it's the same game engine, it's the same concepts. They bring out new Ultimate Team cards, and we all buy the game. I mean, even I've pre-ordered it on my PC rather than Xbox, where I normally play it. Got this whole PC bill, and I thought, okay, I'll just pre-order FIFA. Just why not? Comes out in October 1st on PC. I think it's earlier on consoles, but I'm gonna do the same thing that I did on this FIFA with the next FIFA. But I'm gonna make like RTGs. I'm gonna make squad builder showdowns, search and discards, SBC like reviews and player reviews and shit like I used to do. Only difference being that I'm gonna be single. That's another thing as well. Being single for me is kind of like, I don't know, because I can't say it's like therapeutic or relieving, because that's just an insult to anyone that I've been with before, and I can't really do that because I have the utmost respect and care for everyone that I've ever been with, even if I don't talk to them anymore. Wish them the best, but I don't know. I it's like being single just puts my mind off things. I don't have to worry about any girls, anything like that. It's helped me rediscover who I am as a person. To be fair, I found out things I never thought I'd find out. Um, I will happily just sit in my room, playing games, making videos, listening to Spotify, Billie Eilish especially, to detoxify, to calm down, de-stress, and just enjoy life. That's why I got loads of games on my Steam library. It's forever growing. I've got so much stuff, but yeah. So I know this is a bit of a rambling on video, a bit of a rant, like all over the place. It like the first half of it sounded like pretty concise and scripted, even in my mind. I was like, how the fuck am I even saying this without stuttering? But I don't know. At the end of the day, video games just make me happy, and they stop me from harming myself. And I hope that in some way people feel the same way. Obviously, not everyone's an avid gamer. You know, you got like your casuals and your competitive gamers, or you got people who don't play games at all. We're all different, but just find something that makes you happy and stick to it. That's what I'm gonna be doing, and I enjoy it. So, thank you.